Hammer, and he said he will have no mods on his channel, so you can say whatever you want. Somebody said something bad, and he went to block them, then ended his stream.
Jesus Christ.
So before we get to this Chad video, the consensus in the chat was that Mike would be the grossest one to hear a sex story from.
Because I'm the only one doing it right.
Oh, that's why you're so good at it. People would be disgusted by it.
Yeah. Intimidated. Yeah.
That's great. So listen, I think all of us will be disgusting. Nobody wants to, imagine us thrusting into anything.
No.
And so I think the winner is the losers, you guys, whoever tells the story. That's the loser. I don't know who wins in that. But let's get into this video clip here, because I have yet to watch this. I've just heard that he's shit-faced, and so let's see if we can. Let's go.
And this is from yesterday afternoon.
This is yesterday afternoon. You guys go live. He's going live. I think he goes live a few minutes before you guys. He starts on time, at least, Bob. So you got to respect him for that.
Well, yeah, on time is everything.
Here we are, everybody. How are you?
Oh my God, he's already. Wait, he said everybody. Everybody. Already. Oh no.
Here we are, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Mud Shark Loves.
Oh no. What are you doing? Oh no.
Oh my God.
Here we are. We're doing it. We're feeling good. Things are happening. People are pissed off. They're angry. They're pissed off.
They're angry. They're pissed off. They're pissed off. They're angry. They're pissed off.
They're pointing fingers. They're mad. Doing show.
Why is it that his eyes close when he gets drunk? Do you notice that? Like, look, that eye again. It's more closed than the other one.
Well, that's when you're really drunk, when the eyes start dropping.
Well, you remember Stuttering John told that story of getting so hammered at a concert, he made an eye patch out of his underwear. Do you remember that?
So he can see. Yeah.
So he took his underwear and he covered one eye because he was seeing double. He didn't stop drinking.
Right.
He put underwear on his head to continue drinking.
Oh, but we're doing it. We're having fun. We're having a good time.
Oh, is that why his eyes are closed? Yeah. Roy says he's protecting himself from flying.
Fucking oil cans.
Winky, Morse gets more action. Entire NBA Kardashian.
Thank you, Blinky. By the way, tell your wife I said thanks.
My name is Chad Zumock. How are you?
Oh, by the way, by the way, by the way,
oh, wow.
By the way, by the way, by the way now. By the way, by the way, by the way now. I can't tell if I'm Shuli or Jake Hudson.
I like that. I'm just like, what? Chad's doing music now too? Hello's going on.
Mud Shark Loves Misery. How are you?
He's back to asking how everybody's doing. He's fucking trash.
Oh my God.
You don't need to snipe Kevin's show. Just go on hammered like this every day.
And this is like in a day, like what's the matter? You can have a drink, and be in control. This doesn't seem controllable.
This is not,
We are on 2 YouTube pages.
Is he picking his ass?
He's definitely doing something back there. I don't think it's pulling his wallet out.
We're doing it. How are you, Flat Cat Jessica?
Boy, that took way too long to read that name. This would be funny if it wasn't sad. Get help, Chad.
It's a little funny.
We're not sitting here, well, other than me saying he should get drunk every show, we're not sitting here telling him to do this. This is his choice.
People are making their predictions right now. They're like, what's going on with the Z-Man? Is he cool? Is he mad? Is he angry? Is he drunk?
To wake up. Time to get out of bed.
Get out of your coffins, you son of a bitch.
Time to wake up. Gotta get out of bed. Out of bed, bitch, go. Get up, and then they got go up. Gotta wake up, bitch, get up. Get up, get up.
Let's go. Come on, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the BS show. We're starting the week off right with us. That's right.
I know you guys can't wait for us to come on.
That's right. Well, the wait is over.
It never gets old.
Right. We do.
Don't you stop it.
But the show doesn't.
Keywords that upset you. I was talking to the audience.
Me
said,
too.
wait.
Me too.
Wow. Wow, right out the gate, huh?
Yeah.
I was going to say I don't know where to start. We have so much to get to. We have a guest here that I want to bring in. You know him, you love him, and by you I mean us three. Ladies and gentlemen, Dublin's finest, Hughezy, everybody. Come on.
Hi, honey.
Hello, babe. Wu-Tang forever. And I heard the pre-chat. In my opinion, you're all old and you're all fat. So let's all get along.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peaky Blinders.
I know you just got back from the 36 Chambers. I watched video of you and a ton of white people at Wu-Tang in Dublin.
Yeah.
That's when it hit me. That's where you want to see them.
Yeah, it's
Dublin.
one of the rare occasions where you'll find racist terms being used in Dublin. It's shocking. There was alcohol there as well. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. You know it's bad when the N-bomb's used more in the audience than on stage by Wu-Tang, in a show.
I thought it was weird when the ushers were showing us to our chairs and they said it. I was like...
and that's how you know you're in Dublin.
And it's always good to go from one old dirty bastard to another. I miss you, Bob.
I miss you too, you son of a bitch. Fuck you.
You crazy guy, I'm going to have you killed.
The robot stopped caring. Thank you for jumping in here and becoming a member. Yesterday over on Rico, over 80 people got gifted memberships yesterday. Thanks to the lovely people in the chat here. So I'll just tell you right now, go into your settings and turn on your accepted notifications for accepted gifted subscriptions. Yes, it is time for a beer. The man is here. And that way, maybe you'll get one today, all right? But thank you to everybody who did that last night. It was very nice. Yeah. All right, listen, we got a lot of shit on the plate here. We got at 10 o'clock, Evan Husney from Dark Side of the Ring is joining us, which I'm very excited about. Mm-hmm. We all did our homework, watched some stuff over the weekend. We're excited for Evan to be here. Hughezy's here joining us. That's always exciting. And then we have a ton of stuff to catch people up to. We got Ray DeVito update, kind of, from the Cure concert. We have Chad Zumock clips. Apparently he was in his hotel room screaming about all of us and throwing furniture. So he's very rock and roll right now. We have a quick clip of Casey Armstrong last night from his show that I think all of us, it's 34 seconds, and I think we'll find it very interesting. And I think it'll explain why Vince, the attorney, will end up dead. in a few weeks.
Well,
This clip as well.
Things happen.
And then and then we have we have something that we did over the weekend involving Mike and his weight. So whatever you guys want to get into first, you let me know.
Let's get the Mike thing out of the way because he just wanted to, oh God, he's just so mad all the time about being.
Did you forget what you're going to say, Bob?
Yeah,
No, not at all. Not at all.
Here's the reality of it. All right. Hold on. Sorry. So we wanted
pull on my mind. Sorry. No.
We made a joke a little while back about Mike gaining some weight that I had noticed up in Pottstown. I noticed a few things. One, that Ray was not there, and two, that Mike has gotten some weight gain. And I brought it up on the show, and instantly Mike was not happy about it. And to be honest with you, I didn't really think Mike would get that upset about it, but he did. And and the other day, Mike had an assignment that he had to go do. Put it that way, he had a gig, so he had to leave the show an hour early. So we thought, wouldn't it be funny if we created this thing that Mike stormed off in between shows because he was so mad at the fat jokes, right? So we get together Saturday during the day to film it. And we all put on the same clothes we wore.
Moon landing.
Yeah. We all put on the same shirts that we were wearing Friday. And so we go to film. So the premise was we make a few Mike's eating something in between the break of the shows. We make a few fat jokes and Mike storms off. Now, everything for the most part was going well. Mike storms off. You'll see here. Let me just play it. Here we go. Hold on. Let me get the screen here. Here we
go. All right, boys. We're out.
Yeah, good. That was fun.
So,
Thank you.
What's that?
I got a little.
we didn't know he was going to bring a whole wrap. We just go have something to munch on.
I didn't have any bread, so it was. I was going to make a sandwich.
We had a breakfast wrap. So Bob and I are like, all right, let's go.
We can, no, hold on a second. We can't fucking do this.
He took such a big bite too, by the way.
Yeah, Bob's just not used to someone putting something in their body that isn't fucking.
There are phrases by the dozen that don't come from Jake Hudson, and they're easy to say. But my ears take a beating, calls the phrase that he's repeating. It is always by the way.
You are a mentally ill person. Like I got
a problem.
Anytime you say BTW, millions of Mike Morse songs start playing. So.
More to come.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll have to hide the shit in my fingers at the same time while doing it.
I almost said it again. But I was going to say we saw John doing it in the clip last night, digging in his asshole. He was almost fucking horizontal on his chair. It was crazy.
We were fucking late on the other one, and
relax. Let him eat. You don't want to. If he misses a meal, it's gonna be bad news.
But check out my acting. I was great.
Your acting is terrible. That was close. It didn't all come out. There's another thing I didn't mention. I found, thanks to Jean Levy, she sent me a YouTube page of Bob's old cooking shows on YouTube. Holy fuck. Hughezy. There's a still shot from it. Look what he looked like.
Yeah.
He's wearing when you saw DMX, wasn't he wearing the same chain on stage when you saw him?
Yeah, whenever I see that face and the word cooking, all I think about is meth.
Thank you.
All right, let's get back to the Oscar performance here.
Tubby shit. You can't fucking wait till fucking.
Fuck you, man.
We have to fucking. We were late coming into the show. We're late every fucking.
Stupid fuck.
No. I'm fucking here all the time. You're the one that's got to fucking eat all the Look at fucking the time. acting. Listen to me, you fucking piece of shit.
Acting. This is like when Jerry Lewis did King of Comedy, and he goes, "What'd you think of my acting?" And they go, "Oh, you were acting? Oh, okay. I didn't know."
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
good at
wondering what photograph of Ray DeVito Bob was looking at for inspiration.
You're all fucking mad because of the fact that you gotta eat. You gotta eat all the fuck. Don't even fucking joke with that shit now. But we can't go late. We can't. Look at me. We can't go late every fucking time.
At least he's eating fast.
Go fuck you.
Now this is the best part. Is Mike's gained so much weight on his way out. He hits the green screen.
That was an acting choice. That was an acting choice.
It was an ass choice.
His turkey ass got in the way.
Like when Adam Driver punches the wall in that movie.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Are you fucking serious?
Look at that ass.
Look at the fat fuck going away. Look at that fuck.
So Bob and I just assume he's bumper.
Yeah, try more green on your plate, not on the screen.
So Mike storms out, and we assume he's gone for the whole time. Just keep watching. This is where it gets good.
He knocked the screen over, fucking leaving. Are you fucking kidding me?
Can't even get past the green screen. He'll be
Joe,
fine.
did he really just do this, or am I fucking crazy?
We have to jump into the other studio. Like, how long?
No,
do we
I
wait
know.
for him to come back.
So what?
He's not even finished eating, the fat fuck. It's
He
gonna
left
take like
half
10
his
minutes. What?
He left half his wrap there. After that, we just wait. Like, we only have a couple minutes.
That's the other thing. We didn't know Joe was going to just be shirtless because we always make jokes about everybody being shirtless in the back. And then when his camera comes up, he's just shirtless. But meanwhile, we didn't miss a beat. We just kept going. Like, that's kudos to us. I mean, I don't know.
How did he not put a swastika tattoo on his chest?
Because he has one on his back.
Another one?
Oh, right.
It would
Yeah.
look stupid if he had two on the front and the back.
What?
It's overkill.
Fucking animal during the show? I mean, or during a break. We have to get over there. We can't just be sitting there.
Look at Mike crawling in.
Right. So may I explain why I'm doing this? Because I had my
Tired to hold yourself up. Is that why?
Because I had my earbuds. I threw them out when I left, and I didn't know if what I did was good or how long you guys were going to be, doing this. So I wanted to sneak in. I didn't realize I was in camera. Sneak in and put my earbuds back in off camera so I would know when it's over.
Just admit you actually did want that rap.
I really did.
But I-
It was really good. It
But I
was really
said-
good. It was
I go, theater of the mind. This guy is really, when he gets, he's like the Daniel Day-Lewis of fat jokes. When he gets into a role, he really does.
Kaiser roll,
Buttered roll, whatever, you name it.
He's
Oh,
like the Amy Schumer of comedy.
yeah, literally.
But we had no idea Mike would be crawling back into the screen, and he has no idea we see him. He can't hear it, so.
So here I am crawling. Right. Okay, nice and quiet. See how stealth I am.
I think he's trying to come back for the sandwich.
We don't see. I'd like Baga. No, he's not that fat. He's not crawling back
Thanks,
for seconds.
Thanks, Bob. I should have taken my hand. Had my hand in the camera.
Buck
Taken
Naked says one thing you're definitely not doing is push-ups. That's for sure.
He doesn't
So now
realize
I'm
he moves
quietly getting the earbuds and putting them in my ear while on the side.
Or he just can't hold his own weight up anymore. And he has to-
Who is Ray? Is Ray over at the other studio already?
Ray dropped as soon as the music started.
So we were just waiting to see if he was going to pop up. He just stayed down there for like 17 minutes, and then we're like, we can't put this out with Mike crawling back into the room. We go, let's just tell everybody we tried a bit. And we took a swing and we missed, and really that's the most disturbing thing about this shirtless Joe. I agree.
Yeah, Joe looks like he just escaped from somewhere.
He did.
No offense.
He's got the look and the record
Right.
to show he's escaped from somewhere. I want to get Casey on the show. I'm a little worried about our buddy, and I want to make sure everything's okay. He sent me a text last night. I'm not reading it on the air. But this was his show last night. He was on his show last night. Check this out.
Okay. This is the reason why I don't have a show for you guys right now.
But he's doing a show.
Why did he think he needed to put the headphones on to speak into the mic?
By yourself.
Yeah, I don't.
He's gonna kick it.
You didn't see that there's this picture on the side of it, and it was a guy's face, and it just said Vince with an arrow pointing down.
Good night, folks.
I mean,
Where's his rap?
not since Red Fox leaving the stage in Vegas has there been a more prolific exit.
Now, without going into what the message was he sent to you, is it one for concern, or are you just curious?
Yeah, I don't want him. I want to make sure that he's upset at the right people for the right reasons. You know, we've talked about in the past that trolls get involved and impersonate people and start sending messages and doing all kinds of shit. And you know, I want to make sure that the information he's getting is from the right people, because I talked to Vince. I work with Vince. Vince is not actively continuing to fuck with KC, believe me. But I think other people in his place are. So I'm trying to get those two knuckleheads together to work it out.
Well, we don't have to use language like that, Shuli.
Sorry. But sorry, I was at Wu-Tang over the weekend. Anyways, so that takes care of that. Now, here's a couple more choices we got here. In case you're always welcome on here, you know, come hang out with us, come have some fun. We miss you. I can either play you some Chad clips, or I can play you the debut of Bob Levy's cooking show clips. So
I would really love to see the Chad stuff, because I've been out of the loop all weekend and I'm catching up. So
let's do it. Let's catch our boy Hughezy up. So he apparently had a gig in Georgia, I think, and he was traveling to it, and he decided to do a show from his hotel room. And we have some clips here. My boy Eric, thank you for sending me stuff, brother. Let's get into it.
I'm on the road, and a lot of people are asking a lot of questions. They want to know things.
Will you be checking out by 11 tomorrow, sir? That's the first question they asked me.
They're questioning me. They're questioning things I've done and what's going on with me. Here's the thing. Listen to me.
Uh-oh.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. You listen to me. Listen to me.
Is that his Mike Morris impression?
Yeah.
Listen to me.
That's me. He's doing a
like
real
Mike.
comic.
Sounds like Mike when he's chewing. Listen to me.
Why does he have a double room? Who's he sharing the room with?
I think he's just by himself, but they gave him double beds in case he brings a chick back and she wants to turn him down politely. So she just moves over to the other bed.
Yeah, if maybe he needed somewhere to practice his elbow drops.
Tell me you didn't fucking. I mean, the wrestling matches I had on double beds in a hotel as a kid. Forget it.
Yeah. Instead of a power bomb, he just bombs on stage.
Do the jackknife bomb, Chad.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm glad he prepared for this show.
It's getting over, brother.
Listen to me. That doesn't work for me, brother.
That's all I'm doing. I am fucking around, having a good time.
Yeah,
you guys are coming up with.
He seems drunk again, or am I just?
Seems not as bad as the last one.
No.
Yeah, he's what I would call wine buzzed.
Box buzzed. That's what he used to say.
Which means he's on the powder.
Shuli always reminded me of King Harley Race.
Scenarios, directions, thoughts. I'm getting emails about story arcs, all of it. I'm laughing at all of it. It's so fun. To me, it's so stupid what you guys are buying into. And I said it in the title of the show, Kumia's Cucks. Everyone is lying. Lies across the board. All the cucks. They're all bullshitting the audience. But the difference between me and them is I will tell you.
The difference between me and them.
Yeah, me. And when you point at them and say me, and then you as them, you're buzzed. You're.
The difference between me and them is I will tell you, and I will confess to the lies.
What?
So wait. So he goes. Everybody lies. I just tell on myself. That's the difference.
Right.
After
Oh my
I get
God.
caught in the lie, I explain everything.
That's funny.
So let's start. I didn't do the show the last 2 days. You know why? Because I wanted to keep you guessing. I wanted you.
You got us. You got us.
Guessing if
I
that's
was.
the truth
Yeah,
or
I
a
was
lie.
sitting in front of the computer with a napkin around my neck, a knife and a fork. I was just waiting like an idiot.
Yeah, it was all over CNN. Rizza actually stopped the show and he said, yo, anyone heard about what this Zumock said?
Breaking news: we're turning away from the Philadelphia road collapse to talk about Chad.
It's day 2 of no Chad, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Again, we are Chadless here on the East Coast.
Dozens of viewers are frustrated.
The fuck is going on with this guy? Is he crazy? Is he the next Stuttering John?
Oof.
No. I talk to 3 or 4 comics a day who are watching this from afar like it's the soap opera. And it's funny to fuck with all of you. Jim Florentine and I are friends. That's like the big brother I've never had. And he
Wasn't Jim just on Kumia saying I talk to him like 3 times a year or something like that?
He sees him 3 times. They talk on the phone like boyfriend and girlfriend every day, and
Thank
talk
you,
about.
Galactic. Thank you, buddy.
he's been
He was
good
there
to
for
me.
him when his wife was fucking a cop, so they're best friends now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
His
tell
wife is a
him
lawyer?
to-
What's that? What's that, Hughezy?
That's, he says his wife was fucking a cop, and I hilariously said his wife was a lawyer. Everybody laughed.
You can't all be.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So
Good seeing you.
I mean, listen, just punching it up, internal affairs. Just throw that out there. See, maybe that might be better. All right, go ahead.
do. When I decided I didn't want to broadcast on Thursday and Friday, I said, listen, I'm not going to do anything because they're going to like go, is he drunk? Oh my God, what's going on with him? Is he going to commit suicide? All of it. I do it on purpose to fuck with you and everyone else. And you guys just run with it. Kevin gets an email. He gets one email saying, oh, Florentine's talking shit on Jim and Sam. They run with it. So I'm like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk shit, make up stuff, fuck with all of you, and you guys run with it. That's what's happening.
Wow, what a plan.
Yeah,
That is
he's going
amazing.
to lie, he's saying.
Yeah.
wouldn't it make more sense to, like work on your act and come up with really good materials so that you don't have to rely on YouTube battles and you could do hilarious jokes like the one I told about Jim
Exactly.
Florentine's lawyer wife and stuff,
Yeah, some people choose to write, some people choose to lie. It's a very common choice most comedians make. But get this, Chad, you can do both. You can write lies and then perform them on stage.
He's just staring at the fucking camera. Doesn't know what he's doing. It's 12 midnight right now.
It's 12 in the morning.
It's 12 in the morning, midnight. Meanwhile, it took Chad 48 seconds to shut off his stream when he was drunk with one eye.
Fucking ass, looking like a fucking idiot. These are all cocks. Kumia's cocks. Look at him. He has no idea. Patrick,
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what's going on.
why didn't you cover this, Carl? Steel toe? Why aren't you watching these videos? Because you aligned yourselves with these fucks?
That's my new favorite thing is people are upset at people for not going after the people they want them to go after. That's a new thing. They go, what's up, Carl? Nothing on Steel Toe? Huh?
You're not my attack dog.
Right. How dare you?
See, when Chad does these types of live streams wearing that hat, he needs to add a UNT to the rest of it. It's just,
Goes around the side.
That's a licensed product in the Levy shop, my friend.
Oh, connected yourself with these fucks. That's what you did. I'm not afraid of Anthony. I'm not afraid of Kevin or Bob Levy. I'm the real fucking mud shark.
What's funny is he's sitting here going, I'm not afraid, but it looks like he's in witness protection program being moved from hotel to hotel.
Yeah, he was afraid to do some lighting checks before he went live.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, girl. Light your face, honey.
You think I'm scared of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of anybody. Oh, sorry, I'll keep the noise down. Where's my eggs?
Oh, he goes into the mode here soon. Check it out.
They're in the fucking mud doing it, okay? I'm coming live and direct from Fort Walton Beach at the Holiday Inn Express 147. Send it all. Bring it. You think I'm afraid of you? I'm at the block tonight at 8 o'clock. You're saying I'm lying about my fucking gigs? I work. I'm a working comic. I'm not like Pat.
Can you imagine being next door to this fucking mental patient and you're just trying to take a nap?
You just got out of your truck, 18 hours of driving.
Yeah. See, as much as I wouldn't want to be in the room next door to him, I would love to go drinking with Chad. You could get him so riled up to do some stupid shit. Go stick your dick in the blender to show them that you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's a fucking great idea, Hughezy. I'm doing it. But imagine you're just like sitting there minding your own business, and you hear the guy next door to you going, "I'm at the Holiday Inn Express. You want to come kill me? Come do it. I'm right next door to this room 228." And the guy's like, "What the fuck is this guy doing? He's inviting a hit squad over here."
Patrick Melton putting out a 30-minute special, a 30-minute premium blend, like Kevin Brennan has.
And this is a great point, Lenny. Every comedy club wants you to challenge people to fights down at the club. They love that kind of promotion.
They've written a new joke in 30 fucking years. Bob Levy doing the same hack stock lines.
Well, maybe I should have fucking Mike Morse write for me like Florentine does, so he can go on anything or do anything. Oh my God, your fucking hero doesn't even write his own shit anymore. Holy fucking shit, you fat fuck.
Hey, Bob, you should get more up-to-date material like Chad does. Have you ever heard his Kmart compliance job bit?
No.
Oh, it's good stuff. He says he's not, I'll not spoil it for you, but basically, he doesn't get the job.
Can I just tell you, I worked with the guy in Tampa, and a fan requested it. Not plural. One. And guess what? He did it.
Yeah, but Jake Hudson does need to get out every once in a while.
He was just rocking, going, "Do the Kmart bit, do the Kmart bit," sucking on a finger.
Me, motherfuckers, I work. I'm out there. I'm fighting all you fucks, Carl, all of you.
Obesity.
Toe to toe with me. Bring it on. Steel Toe and Patrick, you're the same fucking guy. You're the same.
I mean, if you're doing a solo podcast in a hotel room, should you be sweating? That's a question I have, because I don't feel like it's that heavy lifting. You know what I mean?
You have air conditioning.
Right.
Yeah. Every time you pause on Chad's face, it looks like he's mid-sneeze.
It's true. Mid pushing out a log or sneeze. You don't know which end he's pushing whatever out of.
Yourself as Melton, you refer to yourself as Steel Toe, and you call everybody honey, sweetie, honey. You're the same fucking guy. You guys are cocks. You're bitches. You fell in line. You went in line with Kevin, because guess what, Patrick? I thought you were punk rock. I thought you were fucking cool. I thought you were outside the box. You're the same dude. You're the same dude as Steve.
You were the Misfits, man. Now you're just Danzig, bro. Okay, that's where you're at. Fuck yeah, dog. You know what's up.
Steel Toe, the exact same fucking person. I accuse. You're the same fucking guy. Let's get to some super chats.
Oh Jesus! Yeah. Let me get some vomit in my mouth. Look
at the look.
Yeah, you always get acid reflux. Anyway,
He was at Wu-Tang. Cut the guy some fucking
Yeah.
slack.
Easy.
all
Maybe you
right?
should start drinking.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez,
what are
yeah.
you doing?
But anyway, I was just thinking.
Sure.
You always get acid reflux while you're speaking when you're not drunk during the day.
Yeah, exactly. He's slowly transforming into high pitch. Chad,
Yeah.
look at him. He's looking more like high pitch. But
I'm not Kmart ready.
fucking Brennan hasn't
Yeah.
written a joke in 30 fucking years.
Fuck.
You fucking hack.
Stay in the fight, Zumock or Chad. It's Mud Shark. Chad's dead.
Oh no.
Chad's dead. It's
At
over.
least some good news.
I love that he had a 5-word super chat and he still got it wrong.
from Sweaty Tryhard is the screen name. Yeah, let's hear him mangle these 5 words.
Stay in the fight, Zumock or Chad. It's Mud Shark. Chad's dead. Chad's dead. It's over.
These super chats do not go to Chad. They go to Zumock.
There's no more Chad Zumock. It doesn't exist. I'm taking it off the burst. Like the Ultimate Warrior. You guys know the fucking Warrior. He legally changed his name to Warrior. I'm changing.
How'd that work out for him?
I don't know that he did that though. I know like Macho Man like really separated from his wife when they were doing a divorce angle. But I don't think Warrior went down to the DMV and was like, I'd like to change this to Warrior, please.
Yeah, no, I think Macho Man separated from his wife once her pubic hair started to grow in.
That's true. Then
Allegedly.
When she started banging Lex Luger, they separated as well. So yeah, there's a couple spots there.
Mud Shark. That's what's happening. Chad Zumock does not exist. It's over. We're going.
Did he ever exist? That's the real question.
Warrior, baby. Warrior.
No, another opportunity.
This is a grown man.
Yeah. Yeah.
GROAN.
Yeah, maybe you should try to resuscitate Chad and let Zumock go off into the sunset for a little while.
Maybe that's what he tells his booking agent, though Chad Zumock's dead.
Because listen, we're gonna get twice as many gigs. Book Zumock on Friday night at this place, and Chad same night at a different place.
I'll talk about this week. You want to talk this week? Let's talk this week. The difference between me and
all right, this week it starts on a Monday. Is everybody aware of that? All right, so Monday week starts. What else you guys want to talk about?
all of you is, if I lie, I tell the truth. I eventually tell the truth.
What?
Hold on.
You heard him.
Hold on. Not since Tony Montana and Scarface say, so say goodnight to the bad guy. You know that whole scene where he's like,
Let's talk this week. The difference between me and all of you is, if I lie, I tell the truth.
I mean, what are we going to play after this? Can someone explain the difference between not Kmart ready or Adam Carolla's earlier not Taco Bell material? I mean, Carolla's material was killer. Hughezy, if you ever come to New York, we're going to French. Yeah,
Nice.
a lot of fans.
I'm only in the black guys, sorry.
KC on more junk than Huggy, more sucks. I agree with the last part. All right. Cancel. This is a great show. My girlfriend is so fat she took her pants to the dry cleaners and the lady said, we don't do curtains. Isn't that cute? You can do skits on that. Yeah, we can. We will. We're going to animate that. Thank you.
I eventually tell the truth.
You know what's weird? He's actually starting to talk like an Ultimate Warrior promo.
He really does. He's making as much sense as
Yeah.
one. You're right.
Yeah.
And other, you think when other people, if he's doing a podcast with somebody else and they're talking, he'll just start wrapping tape around them as they're talking.
Yeah,
Like
he
did
thinks
to the
he's Roddy
Rockers.
Piper. He's like, just when you think you know the answers, I change the questions. And plus, he's drunk.
Yeah, and it's an Artie line. You always get the truth out of me eventually. Oh my god.
Let's talk this week. People are all doing the exact same show. Steel Toe, Carl, Shuli, Kevin, Trash and the Drunk show I did on Friday. I want to let you guys know I've been playing you the whole time. This is chess, not checkers, okay? I know what you guys do. I know what you run with. You send Kevin one email, he thinks it's fact and just goes with it.
You know, Chad's the same exact way, by the way. You know, you send Chad one email and he's out trying to purchase a gun, you know. And he was the one who started doing a show. Correct if I'm wrong. He was the one that started doing a show ripping on Steel Toe. It goes, look at this cuck asking for likes. And then right away was like, hey guys, hit the like button every 2 seconds. Hit the like button. Let's hit our goal. He literally turned into that show that he hated so much, that sucked so much.
Jim Florentine's talking shit about Jim and Sam, talking shit on Kevin on Jim and Sam. Was he? No, he never mentioned his name. But you guys run with it like it's fact. So
that plan really fucks your friend in the end, because he's not on there talking shit according to you. So you go out and spread a rumor that he is. And then he's going to get attacked when he didn't even do it.
Yeah, did you see the acid reflux that he had there?
Yeah.
That actually, you could see that one actually took his breath away for a second.
Yeah. Well, sometimes
Chad.
Sometimes he takes his breath away because even he can't believe the bullshit that's coming out of his mouth.
He's winded from talking.
He really is.
I'll talk to Jim. I'll call him in the afternoon. I'll go, this is what I'm going to do today. I'm not going to air it because everyone's going, oh, he's drunk. He's lost his mind. He's out of it. Am I? Or am I just fucking with you? When I said
I mean, get this guy on a movie set. This might be the greatest actor of our generation. He's playing us all like idiots.
The power is out. Was I lying? Yes. The internet never went out. The power never went out. I met up with some friends early on that are in from out of town from Cleveland. They were in St.
We went to see Wu-Tang.
Hey, would you want to go grab some lunch? I'm like, yes. Quickly turn into a liquid lunch. And I'm like, cool. I'm having a good time. The last thing I want to do is snipe watch Kevin's dumb show. That's repetitive and stupid. So I come on
a show that he begged to be back on. That's repetitive.
Just look at remember, just go to the episode where he came on that day we had him on.
After, like a couple weeks ago when you guys tried one last time to
watch that one. And see how he's going after everybody.
Did Chad not just deny being drunk and then he said he was at a liquid lunch?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Listen, Hughezy, once you start lying on the level that this guy's lying about, you cannot keep. It's like Mike's rap. Everything can't stay in that. There's too much shit in it.
Fucking around, being an asshole, and then I said the power's out. Yes, it was a lie. I admit it. I don't have to admit it.
Wow.
You guys think you guys know what's going on?
He fooled so many people by saying his internet, his power, and his Wi-Fi went out at the same time. Wasn't that his excuse? My Wi-Fi and power went out back to back, guys. You're not going to believe it.
I buy a gun yesterday. No. Another lie. I did it for fun because you guys, he's going to commit suicide. I got a DM saying, please go to a meeting. Can I help you? Dude, don't do this. Don't go down this road. I did this on purpose. Florentine and I both lied about the $800. Jim Florentine never sent me $800. It never happened.
Wow, what a pal.
No, Chad, we can tell by your clothes you don't have $800, we know.
And also he's saying,
go ahead, Mike.
He's saying that friends were calling concerned about him, and he's not even like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, they fell into the trap that he's setting for all of us dummies.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Bob?
No, go play it.
Oh, okay.
We lied about it. We talked about it. We're like, let's drive Bob crazy and say, I sent you $800. It never happened. We fucking
Hey,
lie.
Jim, instead of spending all this time with Chad on the phone, maybe you should have spent this time talking to your ex-girlfriend, and maybe she wouldn't have killed herself, okay? All right, you piece of shit. You want to come at me? You want to fuck with me, Jim? Go fuck yourself, okay? You're a fucking piece of shit nothing. Fucking goddamn cocksucker. Only if people can do stuff for you, you're around. And you fucking you got your 2 girlfriends now on the road. One's in Florida, the other one's in Jersey. Go fuck yourself. You want to fucking go? Let's go, you piece of shit.
I had a feeling we should have played. I had a feeling we should have played the cooking clips. Yeah. I had a feeling, and I went against my gut. All right, let's wrap this up.
Bob Levy rules.
Bob Levy, what?
Fucking rules. He's the best. He's the real Stone. He's the real Steve Austin.
Yeah, you don't want he's the Claude Lemieux of life. You want this guy on your team. You don't want him against you. That's for sure.
Instead of being on the phone with fucking Chad, his fucking wife's fucking a cop. You know what I mean? Because they're on the fucking phone. Please give yourself a fucking break.
Hey, fucking a cop. What was
Mike,
she?
write that
a lawyer?
bit for him. Write that bit so he has something new.
And away we go.
Okay.
He had 2 girlfriends. One
Patrick,
lived.
Fucking Steel Toe, Carl, Kevin, you're all the same fucking dude. You just run with it, and we have fun with it. We're laughing at you. I'm having a fucking blast. The last 2 days, I didn't have to watch Kevin's show. It was the best 2 days of my life. I got to do stand-up comedy. I got to hang out with my friends.
How'd that go?
Fucking great.
Oh,
how'd that go?
He looks happy. He looks thrilled right now. What are you talking about? How did it go?
This new positive Chad is it's a charismatic guy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to tell you how to wake up and attack the day.
Yeah. I'm so fucking happy I had 1 vodka at breakfast.
Yeah. Shower, brush your teeth, and lie. That's what I do the minute I wake up. He wants us to believe he's acting. He should try acting funny. Attaboy, Teddy.
Okay? That's what's going on. I will continue to fight all of you fucks. Steel Toe, Carl, everybody involved. Because guess what? I don't like you at all.
Oh, no.
I don't think you're funny. No. I don't think you're original.
Bob, sit down. I don't think Chad likes you.
Now he's talking to himself.
He's looking in the mirror. That's true. He's set up right in front of the mirror.
You guys are all doing shitty versions of October, and I'm calling you out. Am I doing a great show? Absolutely not. This show sucks. Because you know why? Because I am covering you. I'm covering you. The other day.
Wait. So this show would be great if you weren't covering all these people?
Right.
Then why not do a great show?
Yeah.
There's enough time for that.
And he bashed Brennan for being repetitive. This is the 4th time he said this.
Of course.
Right.
In the hour-long stream that he did, he just keeps going around. It's like NASCAR. He's just doing laps on the same 3 subjects over and over again.
My buddy from high school, Jesse, goes, dude, who are these people? Who's Steel Toe? I don't even understand. Who's Patrick? I go, exactly. That's the correct response. Who are all of you? Nobody's.
But meanwhile, isn't he finally making some money on his own because of all these nobodies? Because of all these shows that he talks about and watches?
Apparently.
Or are people, running in there to sign up for Mondays with Mazer? Is that taking over the world by storm? And I like Tony. I met him. I hung with him. He's a good dude. I got no beef with Tony. But, man, it's got to be tough to do a show with a guy like that, I'm coming for you.
Coming for you, brother.
Nice stack. My wife and I feel that your jokes about Morse's big rump is distasteful. He's just Ruben-esque. Who wouldn't spend a month there one night?
Hey, these hips don't lie, bitch.
Who would spend a month there one night? Johnny Sack, 50 knock. Thank you, Johnny. That was the best.
If I win the Powerball, you will never see me again.
Oh my God. Now we're on if I win the lottery fantasies. That's where we're at.
He's going to go to his boss and tell him to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
I'd have a pillow made of chocolate. I'm telling you right now, I'd buy it.
Yeah, if Chad wins the Powerball, he's going to be dead that year.
Oh my God, he would do coke at the press conference announcing that he won the Powerball. He's like, "It's me!" Yeah! Just collapse right there at the podium.
He'd be chopping it out with one of those big novelty checks.
It'll say mud chalk on it.
I'm sorry, we make this out to Z-Man, you said? Okay.
Yeah. No, sorry, the winner, it says here Chad Zumock, but said, no, Chad Zumock's fucking dead, you cock.
Chad Z, the lottery winner, he gets killed the next day trying to deposit the giant check at his bank.
He said, Jim, what do I do with this check? It's huge. I got it tied to the roof of my car.
No, he rolled it up to snort the coke with.
Because his check won't fit in the deposit box. The fuck?
And then Ray DeVito sees the novelty check and thinks, wow, your bank must be enormous.
Imagine how big the window is on the drive-thru.
Ray did an Instagram reel yesterday. We were going to play it, but he wised up and took it down. It was him tailgating before the Cure concert, and he's sitting. There's the reel now. He's sitting in his car drinking, listening to he's outside because he has a raincoat on and it's raining at the concert and it's outdoors. I said, how do you make a Cure concert more pathetic? Rain. How about that?
Yeah.
Rain. And he's sitting there with a Cure song playing, which none of them, you can't tailgate listening to Cure. It's nothing fun or funny. And he's close to me, motherfucker. He's sitting there and it's like tailgating before the Cure. And he's drinking alone because all the people he went to the concert with got tickets before him.
Yeah.
And he just got it later. So they're all hanging out and he's by himself listening to it. Was so Cure.
Why isn't he hanging out with them in the parking lot, though?
Well, it's a great
because
question.
they're not there. They're not there.
Yeah.
Probably because they didn't invite him, Mike.
It's because they had tickets inside under the pavilion, so they weren't getting rained on.
They didn't want to.
They didn't want to stand in the rain and drink.
Yeah.
They didn't want to hang out with the pores, right? I mean, that's really what we're. This is, if you were on the upper deck of the Titanic, you didn't hang out in the engine room. All right.
Yeah. They probably got that ticket tier that has, a bathroom connected to it.
Right.
So you can,
Right. Cocktail service, that whole thing. Yeah. Ray's over there making a fire like Bear Grylls, like a survivalist over there.
Anthony Cumia, if you make $1 million, you disappear. You go to the beach in the Bahamas.
There's Cure Ray. Cure. I like that. That's who's that from on Twitter? Who's that from?
I don't know. I'll find out though.
Hold on, I'll tell you who it is because I want to give them some love because they always send me stuff. Inconsistencies on Twitter. Thank you for that.
Charlton Heston, fucking what's his name?
Yeah, that guy.
God damn it! What's his name? God damn it, Matt. Fucking Sean Connery. He left show business and he got a shitload of money to come back and he wouldn't do it. He goes, no, I'm going to go to the beach and die.
By the way, great Sean Connery impression. I don't know if you have ever heard. If you close your eyes, he's in the room, guys.
I just heard, by the way. I just heard, by the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just heard, by the way. I just heard, by the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. By the way.
No one wants to comment on what Bob just said towards Jim. How long have you known Jim, Bob?
Too long.
Long time. He knew Jim before. I mean, what? Jim started. I mean, you got Jim work in the beginning, right? Yeah. Long time. And the reason why I'm not commenting is this is between them, right? Like, this is something that Bob and Jim need to work out, and I think a face-to-face on the phone, no, for real. I think texting and commenting through shows and all this shit, none of that's going to make a difference. I think you two need to be in the same room, look each other in the eye, say what each person is feeling, and then if something can be salvaged from that, great. If not, well, at least you made an effort and you
What
tried.
if this is a lie, like Chad said?
Well, then he's bringing his friend into it. Okay.
Am I going to see Florentine crawling behind you into your computer room, and I'll be like, God damn it, things are set up.
Can you imagine if Levy and Florentine get into an argument? Like that would be the deepest argument you'd ever hear.
Oh my God! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Oh, fuck you! Yeah. Listen to me. What are you talking about? Listening's gay.
Listen to me, sir. Listen to me, sir.
You dropped something.
Listen, it sucks. I mean, these guys, both Jim and Bob, were both very instrumental in bringing me into things when I was starting out with the show and in comedy. I mean, I don't like it, and I don't like that these two are at odds. But if you look at there's one common factor in all of this. And I think people who are close to Chad may need to take a step back and look at the big picture of what's going on here and what's been happening. And everybody needs to take a breath and calm down, before we say things. Well, we missed that boat.
A little late. Let's go.
Yeah. Right. And plus, Florentine wouldn't even get offended by that because Levy's a rough comedian, so he'll probably go, that's just Levy being a handsome devil as usual.
No, it's true.
Well, I mean, look, but he also knows Bob throughout the years, the good years, the bad years, and he's seen Bob get angry. So, yeah, so I think there's a part of him that I think you're right to a certain extent. But, Bob is also the type of guy where if that one didn't hit you, he'll find one that does, and
but it's okay with Jim.
I guess.
He already gave the okay, so it's good.
Why is Jim so afraid to shit on Chad? I don't think he's afraid to shit on Chad. I don't know. If Jim wants to come on here and discuss this, I will mediate.
Mediate.
Maybe
like I said, mediate, not yeah. Go ahead. What?
Maybe Florentine just doesn't want anyone else that he knows killing himself. He doesn't want to have to go through all that again.
All right.
Could be.
Fully, that's what happened.
Damn it, Matt, you know better.
All right.
Wow, was that him acting with a drop?
I don't know.
He wouldn't do it. He goes, no, I'm going to go to the beach and die peacefully. That's what happened.
Damn it, Matt, you know better.
All right.
I don't know what.
Let's get to some super chats because I am killing it.
Then he said on Kevin's show he wasn't killing. He was just saying he was killing it. Someone looked good.
Yeah, Paterno 20, $4.99. Chad claims all these shows are repetitive, yet he's now doing Stuttering John's show and becoming John.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, what are you going to do? Every week somebody else is becoming John. You know what I mean?
I don't even know if Chad has the education to get a substitute teacher job.
Well, you know what? You're right. They don't just hand that out. You're right.
Yeah. You ready to laugh, guys? This hilarious joke. He could teach us how to not be a big jerk.
Yeah.
Hughezy, fuck you.
Hughezy. Hey, that joke worked for me, brother.
I love it.
All right, we got something special for you guys before Evan joins us here. Get ready. Buckle up. That's right. It's time to learn how to make some deer loaf.
Deer loaf, yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, you're going to be pissed at me because I'm going to be stopping this a lot. But like I said, I watched this clip. I got 14 seconds in, and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't play anymore. I wanted to wait for BS. Here we go. Let's go.
Welcome.
Already. Look at it. Move that. Look at that.
Even that image is racist somehow. You can just sense it. But we're not fucking cooking fried chicken, so fucking get out of here.
I mean, unbelievable. Who's in your life? How many pills are you on that they go?
A lot.
Put this dog chain around your neck. That's gonna look cool.
I liked it then. Huh?
Yeah.
We don't sell grape soda.
You buy. You've been in here 4 hours now. Welcome to Bob's Kitchen. I'm Bob. Cook, so you don't have to. Tonight, we're going to make deer.
Why is something playing in the background while you're recording it?
Probably the TV was on. We don't do it. So we don't go into everything.
Oh my God.
Mr. Low T.
Loaf. You know what deer loaf is? It's deer meat, but you also have to have fresh garlic.
Why do you have a cake spreader thing for icing and not a knife? Why are you pretending to hold a knife in your hand?
Because I'm a cook. I can use anything.
Look at this.
He was using that knife to change the volume on the TV.
Screw in the UHF connectors.
It's deer meat, but you also have to have fresh garlic cut up, as you can see.
Look at the size of those onions you chopped. I mean,
that's some big.
It's the flavor.
Yeah. Nobody likes onions.
Look at the ratio of garlic to onions ratio. Hope you like it oniony.
Yeah. Which wedding ring was that, Bob?
I don't know.
It was 16 ago.
Yeah.
Cutting it up right now.
Bob's not allowed to have sharp objects.
That's not an egg. That's an 8-ball that Bob was saving for dessert.
Hey, look what I found in the laundry. My onions, got to cut them up. And I'm
gotta put my whole palm on a pile of onions because that always adds flavor. I hope you like nicotine. Here you go.
Did you see the way he was chopping that? It was like with Chad's novelty check cocaine.
As you can see, I'm cutting it up right now.
Really?
And my onions, got to cut them up.
fucking Zorro. Sorrow, you know.
Is that a Hattori Hanzo knife you're using in the kitchen?
Hey, welcome to Bob Levy's kitchen.
Welcome to Bob Kitchen. I'm your host, Bobby Two Nuts. Aaron stuck on Chad cooking with Bob in a can. That means, but thank you.
Okay.
I'm not going to use these ones here. Leave them there. I'm going to put them into
these basically 2 pieces of onion.
Right. Right. So it wasn't the car accident that caused neck issues for Bob. It was that chain around it.
Yeah, he thinks he's a rapper with one of the P's missing.
Right.
Oh, listen to that sizzle. The sizzle is the jizzle, motherfucker.
One thing doesn't change: the T-shirt.
No, that never changes. I think he had that. You know how women have makeup tattooed on them? I think he has that shirt tattooed to his body.
I have like 10 of them in the drawer. I don't know why I keep grabbing new ones. See that? Look at that. You hear that? Right after this, we're gonna brown this up a little. You know what? Why leave this one here? Let's put.
Most cooking shows are about the finished product. Bob gets so excited when sizzling happens in his cooking thing. He goes, "You hear that? Look at that! We're doing it. We're doing it. Listen to that sizzle, my nizzle."
Is that why he's wearing the chain? Because he's browning it up?
Does that oven go above 110 degrees?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Jerry, I believe it does. You mean Bobby can't see my nuts? Hey-o. The fat joke. Record this for my sizzle reel. Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to get the meat. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna mix it.
He's gonna beat his meat. Okay.
We're gonna saute. We're gonna put things together, and then we're gonna be back after this with. Now I am going to.
We're going to be back. A word from our sponsors.
We'll be right. Take a break.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta be right back. I just gotta go ask for a loan from the Bada Bing. I'll be right here.
And now a message from your sponsor, Klonopin.
Yeah.
It's a quick word from our sponsor. Hi, I'm Bob's Coke dealer. If you'd like Coke, please reach out.
Can you smell that? Artie Lang smelled it, and I'm sure he'll be fine in a few years.
Crack an egg in Bob's Kitchen. Very simple. Egg, crack, pull it apart.
2 hands. What do you?
Wow.
What do you? 2
Hey,
hands.
I'm an expert.
I love the detail he went into because I thought you're supposed to shove them right into your mouth
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know what to do with eggs. You're right, Hughezy.
Maybe I'll show you how to crack an egg. You just gotta crack it, and then the egg comes out. It's like, oh.
All right, open your notebook up. Write this down. Step 1. Step 2. By the way, Shuli, feel free to save something funny. I save a lot of things.
By the way now. By the way now. By the way now. I can't tell if I'm Shuli or Jake Hudson.
I love the end of that. That's the best. All right, let's get back. Guys, did you miss it? We're going to go back to cracking the egg. Pay attention, please. I'm not going back a third time.
It's very simple. Egg, crack, pull it apart. Okay, you throw
egg, crack, this chain. That's the order of events.
Crack, pipe, lighter.
throw it in there. You don't really need to mix it up. You're going to put in some breadcrumbs, mozzarella cheese, some parsley, salt.
What's going on with what did
breadcrumbs,
you eat?
mozzarella cheese.
What did you eat before you made this?
I have no idea.
There's a lot going on here.
Some parsley, salt.
I mean, a worse angle. You get, what is this show about? Shitty chains or cooking? Because all we're focused on is that chain.
All Parmesan, everything you want. A little this, a little that. Throw it in there. And a little bit of sauce, you know what I mean? Just a little bit. Maybe it'll make it a little softer and that stuff. Then we're going to get the meat. As you can see, it says deer burger, but we're not going to use it as burger. We're going to use it as loaf. So I'm going to get the loaf of deer, not beer. Throw it in here.
Sorry, your chef's a little wasted right now, guys.
I'm not as drunk as you cocaine I am.
And I like how there's no measurements at all.
You don't need
put some of this in, some of that in.
You got to do it by eye. Chef, look, Chef Jeff, I got it from my deer. I do have a deer guy, but I don't want none this year. I don't like it.
Yeah, his wife thought he was cheating on her. It said deer on it.
God.
They spelled it DEAR. She goes, Bob, what the fuck is this? He goes, that's the deer guy. Deer guy.
I'm going to kind of mix. I'm going to beat the meat. You got to beat your meat really good.
Also, be aware some coke residue may fall into your meatloaf if you had a long night like I did.
Get wet lips like Hannibal Lecter talking to Clarice.
He really does. All right, let's do this. Let's put this on hold for right now because our guest just came backstage. We gotta play a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna come back with Evan Husney, one of the creators and executive producer of Dark Side of the Ring. So if you got your wrestling questions, you got your dark side questions, get them ready in the chat. Let's do this. We're going to be right back here in like 4 minutes. BS show. Stick around.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Shuli Network would like to welcome a new sponsor joining us, Factor. Now, if you don't know what Factor is, you're about to learn. Factor is healthy eating made easy. Fresh, ready meals delivered to your doorstep. During the prime spring season, you need wholesome, convenient meals to energize you for warmer, more active days and keep you on track for reaching your goals. Factor's America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. It can help you fuel up fast with ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and tackle everything on your to-do list. You're too busy to cook this May? I get it. Mother's Day, Father's Day, a lot of days. With Factor, you skip the trips to the grocery store. You skip the chopping, the prepping, the cleaning up. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat it up and enjoy. Then get back outside, soak up the warmer weather. Looking for calorie-conscious options ahead of summer? Try delicious, dietitian-approved Calorie Smart meals with around or less than 550 calories per serving. Need an extra boost of energy to support your wellness goals for this spring? Try Protein Plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. They offer delicious flavor-packed options on the menu each week, fit in a variety of lifestyles from keto to Calorie Smart, vegan plus veggie, and Protein Plus, and is prepared by chefs and approved by dietitians. Each meal has all the ingredients you need to feel satisfied all day long while meeting your goals. And if you're looking to mix it up, you can add a protein to select vegan and veggie meals each week. They have 34 plus chef-prepared, dietitian-approved weekly options. There's always something new to try. Plus, you can round out your meal and replenish your snack supply with an assortment of more than 45 add-ons, including breakfast items like delicious apple cinnamon pancakes, bacon and cheddar egg bites, bacon and egg breakfast skillet. I mean, the more I tell you, the more hungry you're going to get. The sooner you need to jump on this. You know, with Factor, you can rest assured you're making a sustainable choice. They offset 100% of their delivery emissions to your door. Source 100% renewable energy for their production sites and offices. This May, get Factor and enjoy clean eating without the hassle. Simply choose your meal and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. So here's what you do. Head to factormeals.com/Shuli50. Use the code Shuli50, SHULI50, to get 50% off your first box. That's code Shuli50 at factormeals.com/Shuli50 to get 50% off your first box. Go to the site, get your 50% off, and we thank Factor for being a sponsor of the Shuli Network. Let's get back to the show. Friends, family, and loved ones. I bet you haven't purchased a Father's Day gift yet, have you? Not to fear, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming are here. I'm talking about our pals at Manscaped. They're saving the day yet again with the total package for the father figure in your life. It's time to upgrade his game from waist to face. With this exclusive offer, have him join the 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Shuli Show at manscaped.com. That was cool. It's Father's Day. Let's be honest. We've all seen our pops naked, right? It ain't pretty. And his appearance down there, looked like he was on the ABA All-Star team. I mean, it was lush. A lot going on. So, we can't follow in our father's mistakes. We have to go the opposite way and look presentable. In the game of life, being a dad is never easy, but it's time to treat your pops like the ultimate Father's Day MVP with the Performance Package 4.0. Inside the package, he'll find their signature Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, brand new Weed Whacker 2.0, ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, a travel bag to hold his goodies. I mean, what more do you want? Lasers? Oh, and we can't forget about the moneymaker. Manscaped has absolutely changed the game with their brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit for fathers around the world. I live by this thing now. I love it. Included is the Beard Hedger trimmer, beard shampoo and conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, and 2 free gifts with their signature beard comb and scissors. We all know dads love their comfort. If his grooming routine is already dialed, make sure to hook him up with Manscaped Boxers 2.0. As silly as this sounds, this might be my favorite thing in the entire package. Love them. So comfortable. Perfect. It's without a doubt the best boxers for men of all ages. So get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Shuli Show at manscaped.com. What'd you say? Bring that back? That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code Shuli Show. Make this Father's Day one he won't forget with Manscaped. Thank you, Manscaped. Let's get back to the show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the BS show. I saw in chat, Gina Levy says there's a blooper reel of the cooking show. Gina, I need that ASAP, please, if you will, my dear. Now, let's get on to the main event. Because this show, I've loved this show since it came on. We're in season 4 right now. And one of the creators and executive producers joining us right now, Evan Husney. Welcome to the BS show, Evan. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate that.
What's up, brother?
Pleasure. So the Rev Bob Levy's next to me here. This is Mike Morse. And on the bottom is Hughezy, our friend from Dublin. And huge wrestling fan. I mean, we're all wrestling fans. Some of us don't watch the current shit. Some of us are old school wrestling fans. But the thing I love the most about Dark Side is you don't have to be a wrestler. My wife's not a wrestling fan. She's watched full 2 seasons of Dark Side with me because she has no choice. Women aren't allowed to touch the remote in my house, but she loves it. She's into it, and she loves the stories. How did this idea come about?
Well, that's kind of why we decided to make the show in the first place. That's who we were making the show for. We never set out to really try to, make this purely for wrestling fans. We always wanted to make it accessible because we knew that these stories would captivate anyone. I mean, wrestling is just sort of the exotic setting for all these very relatable human stories. And because for so long prior to Dark Side, we had been rejected, by various other Hollywood platforms or other places for wrestling ideas, for scripted things, non-scripted things. Wrestling has always been looked at as this kind of, that's some, phony bullshit. Like, nobody cares about that. So we wanted to kind of try to prove that this could be accessible to, everyone.
The irony in that these people are going, oh, wrestling's fake. And you go, okay, well, here's some real life shit about wrestling. And they go, no, we don't want that. And it's like, well, what the fuck, but there's so many stories that, I think what drew me to wrestling as a kid, besides the oiled up guys in underwear, is the fact that there were these unwritten rules, right, behind the scenes, which I didn't learn till later. But like the fact that everybody was lying to keep this thing working, there's something so cool about that, that everybody was in on it except the people that were paying money to watch it.
I mean, that was the thing that captivated us. And really trying to incorporate that as a major theme in the episode, or in all the episodes from the very beginning. I mean, going back to our very first episode, which was about the murder of Bruiser Brody, here you have this legendary wrestler from the 80s, and he's killed in a locker room by another wrestler. And we kind of wanted to examine, here's a really highly protected industry, where it's almost mafioso like, where, once you're in, and, you're not supposed to, talk about it outside of the community. And we wanted to look at what would happen, this whole concept of, you have something very real, like a murder take place in a locker room. And how does the kayfabe world, if you will, sort of influence this fantasy world of wrestling? And, the guy who actually wound up attacking and killing the other wrestler got off because the kayfabe entered the courtroom. And, this guy was being painted as a heel. And look how horrible he is as a heel wrestler. And that influenced a jury to say, well, maybe this was self-defense. Look at how vicious he was towards the other guy in the ring. So we thought that was just insane. So most of the episodes of the show really look at that sort of blurred lines between reality and fiction and all that kind of stuff.
Go ahead, Hughezy.
You mentioned the mafiosa, or the mafia, whatever word, I can't pronounce it.
He's from Dublin, by the way.
Yeah,
and he's drunk.
And it's Monday,
Right.
So what was your have you faced much blowback from stuff that's been said in the show? Like, has there any been like threats or legal issues?
Good question. I mean, when we started out, man, I mean, there hadn't really been any WWE sanctioned doc exploration of this world. And a lot of the wrestlers that we do talk to are from, older generations where it was instilled in them that they not sort of, reveal these secrets. Or there's a lot of times where they're like, man, I just feel so dirty, talking about like how, we pull off certain things in the ring and whatnot and so on and forth. So yeah, it was tough for us to kind of gain the confidence and the access to a lot of the wrestlers in the beginning to sort of open up and to tell, really what's the true stories behind these things. And I mean, there has been episodes where there's been, a lot of controversy after the fact, and things gotten a little intense. And it's funny you mentioned death threats. Yeah, I have gotten a few from some wrestlers. I won't name names, but there's definitely been some times where things have gotten a little hot.
Evan told me off mic that the name that threatened them was Disco Inferno.
You're getting warmer.
We don't want to mention names, but the person threatened to kill you in a thing called the Tower of Doom. We'll say that, and we won't mention any names. All right.
Yeah, Jim Cornette is the best on there. I love him. Like
how fun
he's
is it to work with that guy? I mean, you talk about never having to go, you know what, we're going to need another take on this because, Jim, I don't feel like you're really expressing how you're feeling. Like, Jim, all you got to do is hit record and you walk away, right?
Exactly. Going back to the first season, I had loved listening to Jim's podcast, and he was always so entertaining. I mean, he anything, he could read the phone book and it would be entertaining. And we knew that we wanted like some historical voices in the show that would help contextualize things and make it entertaining and fun. And we hate just boring talking head people and stuff. So we knew Jim would sort of serve that for the show because he's the most entertaining. And the first time we ever showed up to his house, which was for the Montreal Screwjob episode, which he was there for, so he's also a part of it firsthand. But he immediately was the nicest guy, just amazing host. His house is incredible. Seeing all the memorabilia in and of itself is insane to be witness to that. But he immediately was like, I'm going to reveal something about this story that I never have before and like give it to you guys. And so we so like just appreciated that. And ever since, we make 3 to 4, 5. I'm actually going to his house next week. We're always going to his house, and it's the best stop on the road. It's like a night off in the ring, as the guys say. It's awesome. I love Jim. He's a huge part of the show. So, yeah.
What's his home address?
Greatest manager of all time, Anthony's asking. Is Cornette the greatest man? I mean, I think he's definitely in the top 3. I think
he started a lot of shit up in when they were where did he start? Was he in Georgia?
Well, he was in Memphis. Memphis. I mean, he was a photographer. He's a ringside photographer. First, kind of ingratiated himself backstage and got to know the Jarretts, and then he was put in front of the camera, and he was a natural from the get-go. He just got the gift of gab, as they say. But yeah, definitely one of the top 3 managers. I mean, you got Bobby Heenan, Jim Cornette. I mean, you got he's definitely up there. He's definitely.
I think you go Heenan, Cornette, Heyman would be my top.
Yeah,
I would go Heenan,
Slick.
Paul Bearer, and Marcy Turk.
I like Slick. He was good when
Slick. Yeah.
Mighty Dingus asks, my question is, what stories do you want to tell but can't tell legally? So yeah, blow up your spot real quick. Can you give us a name of something you want to do but you couldn't do?
I don't think there's anything that we haven't done or couldn't do legally.
Right.
It's mostly, I think, for us, the episodes that we haven't done, and for the hardcore fans who know the episodes we haven't done yet, there's probably a really good reason. And the main reason is access. We never like to embark on doing an episode where we don't have firsthand information. We don't have enough people. That's really important to us. We don't want to have second or third talking head people who aren't even there. It's very important for us to get that firsthand info. So if we can't put together a crew of subjects for it, we're just not going to do it. And there's been a few of those. And, never say never. Sometimes things change. I mean, some episodes we've done season 3, 4 were episodes that we couldn't make, in season 1 and 2.
Yeah. And I imagine once the wrestlers saw that this was a success, they were a little bit more okay with like most wrestlers, like, oh, we can get a good paycheck for this. Yeah, we're fine. You know what I mean?
Well, I think there's trust issues too. I was just going to say, and trust. Like, what am I getting myself into? The name of the show, Dark Side of the Ring, kind of evokes, well, maybe this will be an expose, and brother, and it's, it's not. I mean, we're really trying to be truthful to these stories and to really humanize the people that we grew up idolizing. Because, like I said earlier, for so many decades, the way media has looked at wrestling is they've looked down at it and said, oh, this is phony and who cares? And, and so we wanted to try to change that perception.
Well, in all fairness, you didn't hear Belzer saying it was fake after he got choked out.
One of my favorite clips. Yeah.
Are you guys possibly for season 5 doing a Bob Levy, Danny Bonaducci episode? We are available for that.
Yeah. The left hook that paralyzed him. The left jab that paralyzed him.
I'll do something with Danny Bonaducci. I don't know what, but something down the line.
Paterno
Yeah, he's out of his
2499. Lifelong wrestling fan, big GCW fan. I had a watch party for the Nick Gage episode. It was amazing. How good is the Marty one going? Marty Jannetty.
Man.
I mean, you talk about a guy who, for all the wrong reason, has a resurgence in wrestling again, based off of Facebook and other social media posts. He's out there. I mean, how did that episode come along?
Well, first I got to say, thanks for watching the Nick Gage episode, GCW. I got to see that. I actually went to the Nick Gage Matt Cardona match live. I was in the front row and glass was flying at my face. I could not believe that's how they do it down there, but it was amazing. The person next to me was split open, like her leg was cut open.
Wow.
And I was like, this is crazy. And it wasn't like an insurance nightmare. And she was like wearing it, as a proud badge of honor. That was incredible. That felt like being in Old Territory wrestling, just with the heat that match generated. Amazing. Anyway, Marty Jannetty. Yeah. So I think it was during season 3 production, like 2 years ago, when the story broke that he might have killed somebody, on Facebook. And, anytime something in the modern contemporary world of wrestling breaks, you get this flood of dark side memes, and fan edits and things, which we appreciate. It is funny to see all that. But it was really like, oh my God, like, yeah, Marty Jannetty episode, that would be interesting. And then it wasn't until, of course, we got around to this season where we were trying to sketch out what it would look like. And normally we only get to spend a few hours with each person. I mean, we're in, we're out, we do the interview, that's it. But we knew with Marty that, because, unfortunately, a lot of the people we tell the stories of, they're not around to tell them, unfortunately. So we knew with Marty's, like, we had to spend a really good amount of time. So we spent 4 days with Marty, really immersing ourselves in, Marty Jannetty land. And I think that it's going to make it a very unique episode. And it walks this tightrope, I should say, between, chronicling his career, trying to get to the heart of Marty, but also really living in, I would say, for lack of a better term, his fantasy sort of world that he's creating and building.
Right.
Off the heels of his career, trying to kind of maintain that spotlight, that relevance, whether it's going to be through being provocative or whatever online. And I think we landed at the perfect title for the episode. The title is The World According to Marty Jannetty. And yeah, it is a wild ride. It's definitely going to take people places. It's definitely one of my favorites of the whole season for sure.
I guess you could say about Marty Jannetty, hilariously, get ready, Bob, that he's off his rocker. Give it up for me.
That's good. That's good.
Tony saying, so interesting to see how the main story also affects the wives and such too. Things you never knew. Yeah, that's the other cool thing. He's right. All these strands that go out and touch.
Yeah, the Magnum TA one was really good because his wife was with him. And, he was going on the road. He's getting all the pussy and that shit. And then he gets into the car accident and she's like, I take care of you, but now I'm leaving you.
Yeah. He ended up, correct me if I'm wrong, but he ended up marrying Tully Blanchard's former wife. So these two, Magnum TA and Tully, had one of the greatest I Quit matches of all time. They had a whole program for a while, and it was a great one. And then he ends up like George Harrison, swiping the guy's wife, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but no, you're totally right about the including the wives, the partners of the wrestlers was a huge thing for us because all these wrestling documentaries that have been made previous to ours, it's like you never got to hear that the side of the family members who really know these wrestlers better than anybody. Because they know who they really are, when the gimmick is off, or maybe the gimmick has never turned off.
Right.
And for us, that's always the most fascinating, is hearing from the family members, where you don't have the sort of just, wrestling bullshit, thing going on. You really have the pure version of the person, and that I think is a key to the success of our show for sure.
Mighty Dingus wants you to do an episode on the heartbreaker Bobby Slayer. That was Bob's.
It was a
wrestling.
2-year run, and it was unbelievable.
I don't know what that is.
That's me. A record. I was 2 and 4, I believe, my record.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That actually reminds me of a question that I was dying to ask Evan. Is that a couple of days ago I was watching this Larry David interview. I have no friends, and he mentioned that one of the problems with doing shows like Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm is that if he tries to, like, just says to go to the mechanic to get his car fixed, they'll go, "Hey, have you ever done an episode thought about doing one about headphones or whatever?" So how many times a day are you pitched ideas, and when can I start working for you?
Yes.
a lot. Yeah. I would say daily, we get messages on this and doing that, and all the time. And hey, sometimes it's really helpful, to know what people want. I mean, actually, a lot of the episodes that we wind up doing are ones that I probably personally maybe wouldn't have thought of or really thought that there could be something there that, people online, fans, whatever, have pushed us, in order to do. And so it is helpful to know what people want to see, because we'll definitely look into it, for sure.
Do you do Dark Side of Comedy, Evan?
Because boy, do we have a guy for you.
I mean, we got at least 2 seasons just on the show.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually really wanted to do it. I actually thought right from the beginning of Dark Side of the Ring that stand-up comedy and professional wrestlers, there's so much overlap in the lifestyle. Both are, you could say, are the art form of performance and reaction, and I thought that there'd be a lot of interesting crossover to do both shows. Ultimately, we did pitch it. We put together our lineup of who we wanted to do, and we couldn't quite get on the same creative page, and so we kind of let it go and let another team come in to do it. But the show's been successful. But yeah, I think the version we wanted to make was definitely more deep cut. We wanted to cover the comedians comedians and those people who we wanted to really make a show that would be embraced by everybody, because the number of stories that you could do for that show are endless as well too.
God.
My favorite episode that you guys have done that I've seen so far was was it Herb Abrams or Herb Albert?
Herb Abrams. Herb
Abrams. I'm thinking of the Spanish
different
show.
Yeah. A phenomenal episode. I mean, you want to talk 80s coke use at its peak, at its prime.
Yeah. I do want to talk it. Bob, how was it?
It was amazing. It was amazing.
But so that episode is just like, this guy is a crazy man. How could he ever think this was going to work? And I've rewatched it multiple times. But in the modern era, it seems like that's kind of happening again with AEW. So are you keeping tabs on that and thinking sequel?
Oh my god. I mean, I think there's a lot of differences there, but I mean, the Herb Abrams episode, absolutely one of my favorites too. I mean, that was a tip we got. That was somebody who came up to us and was like, "You guys need to look into this story," and gave me sort of the elevator pitch on it. And we didn't know anything about Herb Abrams or UWF or the prostitutes and the cocaine, the baby oil, none of that stuff. And then we went full-fledged into it, and I mean, it was the most exhilarating experience making the show, because not knowing anything going in and just learning it in the moment is the most fun part of making one of these episodes, because most of the stories we've heard before, other people shoot interviews, you hear them as fans, these stories get passed around. But Herb Abrams, man, that was like a journalistic exercise, and it was incredible. And oh man, amazing. But yeah, I mean, AEW, everyone's saying all the backstage drama, the things here and there, could this be an episode, could that be an episode? I don't know. I mean, we've never really embraced doing like a contemporary story, right. And I think the I think the main reason for that is I don't think a lot of these stories, if it's this one or Vince McMahon's last year or whatever, I don't think those stories are done being told.
Correct.
I think they're still playing out. So I think for us, our show is kind of designed to look, back in hindsight. So I think if those ever are going to be an episode, we got to see how they, play out and if it stands the test of time, I guess.
I find the ECW guys are fascinating. The New Jack episode was.
Oh yeah, that was fucking insane.
Yeah, one of my faves. Yeah.
Swizzle wants to know a Sabu episode, possibly.
We've tried. We've definitely tried. We actually tried for, I think, this season. We tried to do Sabu. We've had him on the show before. I've read his book. It's incredible. The guy was shot in the face, as a teenager. I don't know if you guys know that.
When he wants to.
Yeah. Yeah, like his teeth caught a bullet or something, and shattered his teeth or whatever. It's a crazy story, but I mean, Sabu was one of my favorites growing up. I mean, I was a huge ECW fan, and his story is insane. And I think for the amount of what he's put into the business, he's really never gotten anything or enough back, and so I think we really wanted to try to make something really special with him. But for him, he is kind of a guarded, more protected guy about his own story, and he didn't want to do it. So
I can't imagine shooting. I can't imagine shooting somebody in the face and they kick out at 2.5. I mean,
Okay.
That's where we're headed.
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
When you shoot someone in the face and they go, "Oh, you want to start something?" You go, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, exactly.
Shot the wrong guy. 2 weeks till Doink. Chris Tidwell excited for the Doink episode.
Yes,
that's a fascinating story. Just how many people had done it. The original guy, Matt
Bourne.
Thank you. Yes, Matt Bourne. Yeah, there's so many stories there. It's a fascinating character.
I like the Owen Hart one was really good because it was amazing that when his wife was finding out how it happened and all this, even people in the Hart family were like, don't go further because, you got to go in and you're going to go in through Vince, basically, if you're going to make money. And back then, and they were basically, the family kind of turned on her, which was weird.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the main reasons to do that episode was this vitriol that like fans, these entitled fans had of like, she won't let him into the Hall of Fame, like as if the Hall of Fame is somehow the be all end all here, which is just crazy town. And so we thought, we didn't want to do the Owen Hart story unless there was a real reason to bring that back up. We didn't want to exploit the story just for the sake of the show. And we found a lot of meaning in really kind of telling her side of the story after reading her book. And it's just it's wild, and so that was the main reason to do it, and I'm really glad we did because I think it did help to change the perception of
100%
Martha. Yeah,
100%.
I have a question for Evan, and this is so stupid in my head that I may lose sleep tonight asking this, but
this doesn't sound like you. Go ahead.
Yeah. But even though it's called The Dark Side of the Ring, do you ever think that some of the stories are some of the stuff so dark that you think, should we really be making this like the Chris Benoit stuff? Like I'd heard some of it, and then when you heard what he'd done to Nancy Benoit, like broke her back and stuff, you think like this guy's fucking crazy.
Good point. I mean, with Dark Side of the Ring, we didn't have a name for the show when we made the entire first season. The first season was done. We didn't have a name for it. It was actually my mom that came up with the name of the show at the last possible second. And I think the name does give the perception like we're just kind of hunting for these dark stories, but I think you have a lot of episodes that aren't like traditionally, dark. You have Montreal Screwjob, Dr. D episode, Collision in Korea. You have these episodes that are just, maybe wild and crazy and not necessarily dark. But I think the main thing we wanted to do is humanize the people behind this industry, as I said before. And with the Chris Benoit one, it's one of the darkest stories there is in the business, but it was this thing that was shoved like under the rug, like swept under the rug. We're never supposed to talk about it. We're never supposed to, mention his name ever again. It's supposed to be erased. And we didn't think that was necessarily a healthy thing to do. As you see, all the people in that episode have never really even talked about it before. So I think it was like a cathartic experience trying to attempt at some form of closure for that story, not just for the people involved, but also for fans too.
Sure.
We need to kind of put this to bed. And I think that was one of the reasons why we did it.
Was it the hardest emotionally to create? Kuskoff wants to know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, for me, definitely. I mean, being just a fly on the wall for all those interviews. I mean, David Benoit, Chris's son, that was really tough. There were times where David Benoit and Nancy's, sister, Sandra didn't want, really minutes before the interview, and they were like, I can't do it. We're not going to do it. And we're, that was going to be it. And there were times where we really had to kind of work through a lot of this and really check ourselves and making sure we were being super respectful and seeing them be together. And, Chavo Guerrero Jr. was a huge part of that episode as well, too. And he's kind of sitting with us off to the side. And it was really like this experience of kind of being let into the inner circle of of this story and just, seeing the rawness of everyone's emotions and, reconnecting through this, especially Sandra and David. Just that whole heavy experience of Sandra and David just reconnecting was just wild to be a part of and to see.
Mighty Dingus, Raven Sandman ECW crucifixion angle would be great to see on Dark Side.
Yeah, I mean, Sandman in general
for a full episode, but maybe you can do an ECW kind of mix, a potpourri, if you will, from ECW days.
Oh man, there's so much you could do.
Yeah,
you should do an episode on Sable's Playboy photo shoot and just send me all the footage. Thank you.
You got it.
Send him the C-roll. We won't tell you why he calls it the C-roll. C-roll,
because I'm looking at it. SEE, yeah.
Yes, exactly. 495 Marauder 499. Love the series. Looking forward to Eddie and Mike Graham premiere. Will there be a Nature Boy Buddy Landell episode? Possibly. Great question.
Wow. Yeah, that's a deep cut. It's funny because, last year we did the Tales from the Territories series as a, quasi spin-off.
I love that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do that. And
it just shows because you didn't see a lot. When you lived in an area, you didn't see a lot of it. And then you read about it in magazines. And then when they started coming over, it was amazing.
I think guys like you and Conrad should get a cut from Peacock. Because I can't tell you how
I know.
I've listened to a podcast of Conrad's or watched an episode of either Territories or Dark Side, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta start watching this. And I go to Peacock and I'll put on that event or that territory, and it's like you literally point me into that direction. You guys should be rewarded for that.
It's probably why I haven't been assassinated yet, I would imagine. But Buddy Landell was just real quick, just to answer the question. There's a wealth of stories on Buddy Landell. Some of the craziest cocaine stories in all of wrestling are involving that man. And we wanted to work him into Territories, but we just couldn't get the great first-hand intel on those that we wanted to. So maybe, who knows, maybe in the future.
I loved how you said cocaine stories, and Bob goes,
yeah. Most awake he's been today. Buck Zumock, hard body Harris.
Jesus Christ, you're going right to the hardest of hardcore there.
Wow.
Yeah, both have been looked at. I would say the second, more in earnest, has really been looked at. And
for people out there who may not know those names, can you give us the cliff notes real quick of why those two are suggested?
Well, Buck, I don't know, as much, but I can tell you Hard Body Harrison's story is one of the craziest there is. He basically was, he was a student of the power plant, the WCW power plant. He was kind of a, preliminary talent in WCW in the mid-90s. And then he was arrested, I think don't quote me, but somewhere in like the mid-2000s, because he basically ran a sex cult. And he was arrested outside of like a TJ Maxx or something, and they found like a trunk full of dildos, and there was all these.
Remember those days?
Yeah, his
my friend's car.
Yeah, and
I just found him here. I didn't buy those.
I'm a collector.
And he had his his victims were with him. People he had sort of had in his cult or whatever, and it was this crazy story. And we've tried a few times to do it, but just the access to the victims and to himself, he's behind bars. We've been unsuccessful.
I was thinking about you the other day, real quick, Hughezy, and then I'll let you ask your question. But I was watching NXT Takeover from New Orleans. I forget the year, but it was the year that they debuted the new title, the North American Championship or whatever, and they had a ladder match, right, at NXT Takeover New Orleans. You go and watch this. First of all, it's a great match, number one. But look at the people in the ring, and you think about where they are today. Lars Sullivan was one of the guys in that match. Okay.
Yeah.
EC3 in that match. Velveteen Dream in that match. And you look back now, and these guys, this was Lars Sullivan. You'd never heard of this fucking guy before. And I mean, that guy was amazing in that fucking match. Amazing. The Belfast Brawler, the other guy was in the match too. Velveteen Dream, you watch him. I mean, you see so much talent there, and they're gone. They're gone. They for a myriad of reasons. They found old posts that weren't too friendly to all people from Lars on his old social media accounts.
Yeah,
right.
I remember that.
Velveteen got in trouble with I don't even know if they're underage, above age, but apparently there was some DMs exchanged that were not good, and has continued to spiral since then. I mean, that's got to be wild to see a roster like that and be like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. I mean, that I had not even considered, that at that time. What year was that? Was that 2015? What was that? 2016?
2016,
Later?
I'm gonna say. I'm not.
Yeah,
100%.
something like
Maybe
that.
somebody in chat will know, but I'm watching it. There's video Paul Heyman saying Benoit was an awesome wrestler, but a piece of garbage person for what he did.
Paul Heyman's well known for his hot takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that clip.
Have you ever had any episodes where after the episode you dislike the person more? That's a great question.
All right, I don't want to name any names, but
Disco Inferno.
Yeah. he's still at Janetti's place. Everybody calm down. Can't name.
I don't want to name any names, but it's definitely, there have been moments producing the show, because we do walk a fine line, right? We grew up as fans, but we're trying to be, journalists or documentarians telling these stories faithfully, and we're kind of walking that tightrope all the time. But after a couple particular episodes, if you will, there was one time where I just looked at my shelf of wrestling figures and I was like, man, I don't really like you. I don't like you. Don't like you. And then it was just the sweeping of the figures. And I took pretty much all my figures down and put them in a box, and now they're in the closet. So that's kind of what's happened, my experience with making the show. I mean, I still love wrestling, don't get me wrong, but it has an effect.
Sure. Dark Side of the Pool. People want you to do a docuseries on Bob's pool not being built.
Sure.
So,
that's coming soon.
That's
there it is.
Dark Side of the Pool. Man,
that's amazing.
One of my side jobs that I do, to generate my millions, is I actually
blowing men.
No, I don't get paid for that. That's
God,
just
not hobby.
He's still an amateur.
Yeah. For guys like Duran as much as I do. But, I work actually for Disco Inferno and Conan's podcast, Keep Them 100. And whenever a clip goes up and it's anything less than complimentary about AEW or WWE, you get always these DMs in the comments going, "You fucking piece of shit! I hope you get your throat slit." All this stuff. So for you, when an episode comes out, what's generally the reaction to your private life, and when can me and Shuli come work for you?
Yes.
Oh man. Well, I mean, I would say generally the episodes are, received pretty well. I mean, we haven't really had many, I would say the plane ride from hell episode is probably the closest to, where we received a lot of those, negative messages and death threats, as I was alluding to earlier. And that's when, the experience of making the show wasn't, so fun for that one. But yeah, sorry, you're going to say something?
Yeah, so it was just to piggyback off that episode. I remember Tommy Dreamer did this whole thing. He says, "Oh, they took my words out of context," and it's like, but you said it.
Yeah.
What would your reaction to be about Tommy Dreamer? Are you going to kill him?
No.
You heard it here first, folks. Run with it. Clip it.
No. It was just, I think that episode became obviously so much more controversial, way more controversial than I think anybody anticipated, including those who were interviewed for the episode. I think that story has been around in the wrestling circle for so long, obviously, being on our show and getting out there. And I think a lot of people were just really walking back what they said or what they told us in terms of when we were doing the episode and researching the episode. But we've never I think wrestling fans tend to look at things so black or white in terms of, oh, you're burying somebody or you're putting them over. And that has nothing to do with what our job is. Our job is to tell the story. And a lot of times people, when they're interviewed for the show, they show up and this is the point of view that they want to share. This is what their take is. This is their opinion. This is the story they want out there. And I think one of the successful things about that episode is it is kind of an oral history of that incident. It's looking back with hindsight. And, there are a lot of people who have, Tommy's opinion of that story. There are a lot of people who would agree with him, in terms of what he's saying. And I think it is represented equally in terms of, how we look at a story like that. But no, I mean, to say that we're taking anybody's stuff out of context or editing them to look bad is obviously, that's not, anything remotely close to what we do in making the show. Because I think there's an alternate universe where had there not been controversy and had we made a choice to edit somebody or to do that, I could see someone being mad if we didn't faithfully, put in the stuff that they wanted to share about that story in the episode. And that is what he wanted to share in terms of that story.
Yeah. You talk more like daydreamer. Am I right, guys?
Burn. You guys are wearing awesome swag in Dark Side Confidential with Conrad. Where can we get some of those UWF sweatshirts? Yeah, Conrad kayfabe me on that shit. What's up?
Pro Wrestling Tees has that stuff. And yeah, the UWF merch, the Herb Abrams merch is some of the best there is. And it's also a great way to support a lot of the families of the wrestlers. Because, most of the, profits go to the families of, Canyon or trying to think of some of the other ones that are up there. I don't think we have Candido merch yet, but there is Candido merch there that I think Johnny Candido does run. Yeah.
I picked up a Candido shirt, one of my favorite. That's how I met Johnny. And
really?
Fake Razor Ramon. Excuse me, and Fake Diesel hanging out at Bob's.
We have a great time. We do.
Yeah.
Need to do an episode about Abdullah the Butcher. You did an Abdullah one, didn't you? Or he was involved?
He was on.
It's coming.
Right. Yeah,
it's coming. No, there is an Abdullah episode this season. It's coming up in a few weeks.
He was brutal. He was great. He was just he was scary. If you weren't scared of him.
Brought a fork into the ring and just started fucking stabbing dudes like Mike when he's hungry. He just started stabbing dudes in the fork.
One of the first one of the first interviews we ever did for the show was Abdullah the Butcher. Talk about in over your head, going right into the deep end with the show off the bat. It was I was so intimidated by him and just because I'd seen videos of him stabbing journalists in the head with forks and shit, and I just didn't know what to expect. And I left, with my wallet empty, and it was a crazy experience, man. He worked the shit out of us, but it was cool to be able to go back now, now with all the experience that we've had making this show. And he was finally ready to kind of tell his story, and so it does get into that and the hepatitis C thing. I saw that in the chat, so yeah, strap in for that one. It's gonna be pretty crazy.
Hey, Evan, just while he's gone, how much do you hate Shuli? Let's talk shit about it.
I remember seeing Shuli at the roast of Bruce Pritchard at the first Starcast, man, and he killed it. It was
Did he get your order right?
I think so. Yeah. Jalapeno poppers.
You didn't do Paul Ondorf yet, right?
No, but that would be a good story.
I'd like, yeah, because he was really, like, when I first started, he was very good at, it was him and Hogan all the time. I love that. They had great matches from the Garden and that.
Yeah.
And he seems a little nuts too, but, great at what he did.
Do you think that the show, based on the title, that it would ever like pivot into stories about boxing, or is it just going to stick to the pro wrestling world?
Yeah, I mean, people have suggested that to us before. I think we would keep it wrestling, but I think there's definitely boxing, MMA stories that could absolutely 100%, have its own show. I mean, there's so many stories in both those worlds that could definitely have, carry their own series for sure.
And when do you want me and Shuli to start working for you? You forgot to...
You guys got to get Canadian passports in order to do that.
Done. I've been waiting to zip out of this shithole for a while now.
Well, get him and call me, and then we'll be ready to go.
I do have an elevator pitch for you after this in private.
Okay.
You some.
Sure, please.
It's called Elevator Pitch. It's where guys pitch ideas on the reality show.
Yeah,
man. That would be insane.
Is there any episode, Evan, about the recasting of Diesel and Razor Ramon? I want to know what happened to the guy who was recasted as Razor. It's fascinating.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash leave WWF at the time for WCW. It was a huge move. It was a huge shakeup. And WWF, not missing an opportunity to shit on somebody,
love it.
Brings in a fake Diesel and a fake Razor and try to trick people. And then people called him out on it, and that was the end of that. So
one of the weirdest things, ever. I think there's a broader story about WCW that definitely could be told, and I think that would be an opportunity to get Jerry McDivitt back on the show because one of his big legal cases was that case. Suing WCW for that stuff. Yeah, I love that.
And Conrad and Bruce Pritchard have done some great episodes on Something to Wrestle, and they did it in 83 Weeks with Bischoff, where they kind of got into it. So that whole world, the business world of it, is fascinating to me. You guys
It would be good to do the managers, like the top 5. That were out there.
Freddie Blassie one would be great. Lou Albano. I've heard so many crazy stories about Lou Albano.
Have you ever considered, because obviously each episode has to be a certain time length, that like for stuff like that fake Diesel and fake Razor story, that they would maybe go like to short form online episodes?
We've thought about that. We've been pitched that concept of doing shorter form, stories that we could do, for YouTube or a podcast or something, and kind of do our own take on that stuff, same sort of stylistic approach. But yeah, absolutely.
Our boy Ted, have you ever made a list? Have you made the list for season 5 yet?
Oh man, there is a long list of things that we want to try and do. I would say yes, and also a list of stories to keep checking on. The ones that we've tried to make, for several years that we're kind of checking in every year to see if it's possible to put together again. And so yeah, definitely. There's that list. It's always been there.
I know you got it. Hey, there's a doula. I know you.
Oh no.
Yeah, you got a heart out, so I'm gonna get you out of here on time. But there's
thank you.
Just a few more questions I want to put up here for people in the chat. An episode covering some of the worst injuries in wrestling.
Oh, you're going to see one of them in the Marty Jannetty episode. So I mean that's got to be up there. So you'll definitely see that in that one.
They paralyzed.
Yes.
Remember that.
Yes.
495 Marauder, 1990 Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas, WWF Saturday Night event appearance would be great idea for a show. Tyson apparently lost the fight on purpose.
Come on.
I mean, that's insanity. The guy,
silly goose.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, Evan.
Yeah, he lost the fight because he was eating sushi off a naked chicken. There was no sushi all night before the fight.
Oh,
You know, that might have something to do with it. Can we get DeVito? Yes, that is in the work.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay.
We got that.
Dark Sided. Oh, I don't want to put that. Dark Side. Oh, somebody said they suggest something that you already did an episode on.
Which one?
Where was it? Fuck. I just saw it. Up. There's Ray.
Oh my God.
I can't. Now I don't see.
There was a comment I seen about CM Punk. Somebody left, and they said about how he's a notorious cunt, let's just say, and the fact that in real life he left wrestling to think that he could go into the UFC with zero experience, and then all the drama that's come with it. And I don't know if you're a big podcast listener, but Booker T hates CM Punk so much that I think he would personally pay to fly you to his house just so he could talk shit about CM Punk.
You got it. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know. It's tough. It's like I kind of go back to my statement on contemporary stories. I don't know. We got to see where they go, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there is definitely a story there. The whole
I didn't know Booker T. I didn't know that about Booker T. And I didn't know about that. I got to check that out.
Yeah, no, it's this famous story where CM Punk was complaining about the dirt in the locker room, and he said that CM Punk says, "I'm going to start kicking some ass if we don't keep this clean." So Booker T stood up and threw his trash right at CM Punk's feet in front of everyone, and that from that day on, Punk was just sort of like, "Oh fuck."
Right.
How do I see or hear this? Well, you can see it. It's on Vice, right? And it's I think Vice puts them out on YouTube as well. You can. I think
it's on Hulu. You can get season
Hulu.
1. Yes, season 1, 2, and 3 is on Hulu. And then if you don't have cable or Vice TV for season 4, which is currently on the air every Tuesday at 10 p.m. on Vice, you can also just get them for like $3 an episode the next day on Apple or Amazon or whatever. That's how I do it. To be honest with you, I don't have cable.
I'm telling you, watch the Bruiser Brody one. You're in. You're in.
Yeah.
That story alone is endlessly fascinating. And then some of my favorites, Plane Ride from Hell is unbelievable. Unfucking believable. The Dino Bravo episode.
That was good. I watched that again last night.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, it was on last night again. It's just amazing that,
thanks.
because they didn't have anywhere to go after, once you're out of the WWF back then, you had nowhere to go to really make money to support your family. So the guy started working for the mob.
Yeah.
Is there a Snuka?
There is.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the more grim ones.
Yeah.
New Jack's top 5 for me.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even top 3. Yeah.
Listen, Evan, again, you have a heart out. I've kept you a little longer than I apologize, but with so much to talk about with you. I'd love for you to come back on sometime again.
Anytime, guys. Anytime.
Yeah.
Love it.
Dark Side of the Ring. Give him a follow. Go ahead, plug whatever you want to plug. Your social. Go ahead, Evan.
I'm just at Evan Husney on Twitter, Instagram. You can also follow the show at Dark Side of Ring on Twitter or at Dark Side of the Ring on Instagram. That's where we post everything about the upcoming episodes or behind the scenes shit. So that's the best way to keep in touch with the show. And let us know what you want to see for future episodes. We're always down to hear those pitches. So let us know.
Season 5. Why does John Cena look like Jim Varney now?
He does. 5, guys. He really does. He should lean into that, I think, and reboot that franchise.
Hey, Evan, you're a good kid, and you just earned a follow from me.
Nice. Thanks,
Evan,
man. I
thank
appreciate
you for
that.
your time, brother.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
Best, man. Have a good one.
Oh, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Take care. See you.
Yeah, buddy.
The great.
I had a question.
Mike, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You ruin every fucking interview.
It was almost like Mike was at a salad bar. He had nothing to say.
Yeah, I can't.
No, I actually came up with a good game we can play tomorrow while we were doing that.
I love it. What's Mike thinking? Is that the name of the game during the interview? We just read your face. We go, what's Mike thinking he wants to say right now, but doesn't? Yeah, Mike always has a question as soon as we say goodbye. It's like clockwork.
Yeah,
As soon as the
a
guy
good one,
leaves,
too.
Mike goes, "Oh, I had something I wanted to add," and then it's over. All right. Well, that was fucking awesome.
I wanted
right?
to know if he thought Kumia was a cuck. That was all.
Get him back, Joe. Get him back. We gotta ask that.
Yeah, but what a fun job that guy has.
Oh yeah.
Think about it. You grow up loving something, like loving it with all your heart, and now as an adult, that's your job. Like do working in that. That's amazing. It's amazing.
The only more fun job I can think of is Asian porn star tester or Bob Levy pool maker. It's
the easiest.
Cardiff. No, I didn't know you were into wrestling or anything.
He wears a mask.
Don't you find it weird that Cardiff turns up after Evan goes?
I know, right? You never see him in the same spot, huh? Great interview, guys, except Mike and Husney. Yeah, I know. We'll work on that. Once we put the clips out, we'll take them off.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. Yeah, good. Watch Dark Side. I'm telling you, if you're not a fan, I know there's some ladies in here that were lost during the conversation. Type in Dark Side of the Ring, season 1, episode 1, and watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, for the women that haven't seen it, that's the show that the men make when you're in the kitchen cleaning those fucking dishes.
Yeah.
Right, Bob?
Yeah, exactly.
In the kitchen. Speaking of in the kitchen, we never finished this clip. Can we finish this? Can we finish this and then call it a day? Is that all right?
Okay.
All right.
I got to take the car to get the air conditioner fixed. Something happened.
Yeah, because you punched it.
I was seeing if I can get it back on that way.
Yeah, that always works.
The Arthur Fonzarelli School of Mechanics, Bob Levy, graduate.
It works for women. Why not an air conditioner?
Look, Carlos Danger. I don't watch wrestling, but that's a damn good show.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos, if you think you got that build not watching wrestling, you're out of your goddamn mind. Just admit it. You're with friends, okay? We all watch it.
Oh, that feels so good. You know,
Bob is your new nickname. Bob Chain Wallet Necklace Levy. This is what Bob's hands are gonna look like when him and Florentine get together too.
like that. And I did wash my hands. This is a Corona loaf of deer loaf. And
I love how close she is to your face. The best. Please, for the love of God, Gina, send me the blooper reel. This isn't the blooper. This is what they watched.
Yeah. It's the finished product.
Yeah. Bob Levy got Gina when he looked like that?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what a woman.
Yeah. She's the one that's into a guy for a sense of humor. The one that exists.
A lot of things.
Next coming up, we're going to start it up and get it going for you. We'll be right back. Bob's Kitchen. We cook, so you don't have to.
Okay, was that going to break or coming back from break?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Deer loaf.
The ketchup's almost empty, by the way.
What? By
the way, he said, by the way.
Is this footage from the Hells Angels retirement home?
Signature REV.
What a douchebag.
Okay. You just put a little there.
What is that? That's REV?
Just put a little there.
REV. Looks like you had a nosebleed. That just hit the meatloaf before you found a tissue.
And that there.
Dear loaf, I am going to cook you.
Now we're going to look how beautiful that is. This is deer meat. This is not like other meat. This is deer. So
why are you just putting globs of ketchup on the top? You got to spread it out.
Little drops.
Yeah.
Little drops.
It'll melt. It'll melt.
It doesn't melt.
Aren't you supposed to like smother it on there?
Yeah, you take that cake knife you had and smooth it out.
Put it in the oven. We're going to put it on for 375 until it's ready. There's no set time. When it looks like it's ready, it's ready.
There's no set time. There's no ingredient.
There's no set time. There's no ingredient. This is all. We're just all rolling the dice here. We're gonna roll the dice cooking. We don't even know if the oven's on. Let's go. Set it to tree 75. Everybody, translate. You got to bring that back.
We're going to put it on for 375 until when it looks like it's ready, it's ready. So stay in there. Now we'll be ready to get out. Jesus Christ.
It's always good at a cooking show when you frighten the camera person. They're like, oh, Jesus.
Ready. So stay in there. Now we'll be ready to get out. Jesus Christ. Remember, we cook.
So you don't have to. You fucking... Yeah, go ahead.
It's always good when the chef doesn't know what the sound of the oven closing sounds like. What about you, Shuli? Does a oven being closed bring back any bad memories?
No, but the combination of a shower turning on and an oven closing.
Oh, yeah.
That is bad for me. Ball up some meat of any kind, throw some stuff from the cupboard on it, and put it in the oven. Or don't. Thank you. Hey, John, that's how you break an oven, okay? John, the other day, saying his oven only goes to 110 and no further.
So you don't have to. We'll be right back after this with the finish.
He's winded. You're winded from putting meatloaf in the oven and closing the door. I'm Bob, so you don't have to.
This is back when Bob played Jigsaw in the Saw trilogy.
How's business at Bob's Kitchen?
There's a virus. Nobody's coming around. I mean, in the streets and that stuff.
It's a quick little sketch in between while we're waiting.
Oh,
Yeah, we're doing sketches.
They all have
that. I love it.
Hold on a sec. Does this mean that this was made in the last 2 years?
No.
2020.
Well, you said the virus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
2020. 3 years.
2019, 2020.
No, it wasn't 19. There was no virus in 19.
What we're trying to figure out is, are you predicting the future in this clip, or did the pandemic already start?
I think I'm predicting it.
Yeah, this food created the virus.
We got some deer meat from a thing called the wet market. I never heard of this before.
You're ready for Bat Zero.
A fucking guy gave him $5. He karate chopped me. I don't think this guy's on the up and up.
Tonight we're gonna make bat meatloaf.
March 2020 was the virus. Bat loaf.
For dessert, bat cream.
Bat cream. Welcome. Well, a quick word from our sponsor, Pfizer. We'll be right back.
Want to give a shout out to Cheap Change for sponsoring the show.
Cheap Change. Excuse me. Did I hear correctly that Ray DeVito is sponsored by a dry cleaners?
It's not a dry cleaners, but it
No,
has
it is.
the name of it.
No, it is a dry cleaners. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's actually a shirt place, but it's called.
It's called Long Island City Cleaners.
But they're T-shirts.
But they just sell clothes with the word lick on it.
Yes.
And Ray proudly wears these shirts that say lick on it.
He got it for half price.
What kind of sponsors? Half price?
No idea.
Hey, we're big fans. We're big fans of you and what you do. 20% off. What do you think of that? Well,
That's because when you send the clothes to that place, they're only half clean.
I thought it was a dry clean tree 75. I like that. That was good, boys. Put that back up. That was good. That was a little, tree 75. Look, that's great. Daniel Poon, go ahead, Bob.
Pangolin. Funny way to spell deer, but oh well.
There's a virus. Nobody's coming around. I mean, there's nobody in the streets and that stuff. I got to cook so people don't have to, because it's ridiculous. My sales have gone down probably 2%. And, I got to deal with this stuff. And I don't know what tomorrow brings.
You just hear that dog breathing. You just hear the dog breathing. There's no laughs. It's just the dog hyperventilating, going, "I got out of the pit, Bob. You got to get out of this pit." Listen to this dog.
I got to deal with this stuff, and I don't know what tomorrow brings. Welcome back to my kitchen. Look, we have dinner. The deer loaf is done.
Where'd the potatoes come from?
Hold on. The ketchup didn't cook at all. Or did you put more ketchup on when you took it out?
I probably put more on.
Yeah, well, there's definitely more on.
Yeah, there's something to do with the moron.
We got that. Welcome to Moron Cooking, everybody. We put more on so you don't have to, you moron.
They're done. They went off. I have baby red potatoes there. Little seasoning on there, a little seasoning, a little salt and pepper, and a little bit of whatever you really want to make it taste good. But look at this loaf. I haven't pinched a loaf this good in a long time. You can actually eat it this way, or you can put it on a sandwich. I tend to go with the nice bread.
Now, but explain chewing to you guys. Here's how it works.
But if you're gonna put it in a sandwich, you gotta take it off the plate first.
Come on,
Otherwise,
guys.
it's crunchy.
Come on, guys. Use your head out there, all right? Take it off this plate if you're doing a sandwich.
And I'm all choked up over this one.
Oh, my God. Little side of phlegm for everybody.
But it's going to be great. And check out the menus on Bob's.
I'm so embarrassed. Don't show my eyes.
Make sure you get the lower third of my face. Thank you.
Always focus on the chain.
My best quality. Keep your eye on the chain.
So you don't have to.
What are you crying at the end of this?
I don't know.
What?
It's an amazing dish.
The tagline at the end was so defeated. Look at
Right. And check out the menus on Bob's kitchen. We cook, so you don't have to.
It's like an Indian saying litter.
Should have saluted.
He should have saluted. You're right.
Yeah, the outtakes are really funny. They're
Tomorrow we gotta check
There's a
out
whole
that.
bunch
Plus, there's
of-
a whole bunch of episodes too. I mean,
yeah.
And like any
And-
good cooking show, nobody takes a bite.
I don't know if you know. That's true. They throw it right back into the props department. I don't know if you know this, but Bob, the cooking show is back. Bob has a live stream scheduled for 5/22/2020. So it's coming up, guys. 8:30 p.m. It'll be here.
In your
I
DeLorean.
think that's when we lost the password.
Yeah. People go, what happened to this show? Did the censors, did the man come after you? Were you canceled? No, Bob lost the password to his YouTube channel, and apparently, what's the email attached to if you want to recover?
We
it?
have no idea.
All right. Well, hey, listen, we tried, guys.
It
What
was
are you
a
gonna
good
do?
run.
You know, it was a good run. Bob, on Stern, you introduced Mike as the guy that's writing your sitcom. Whatever happened with that, and is there a pilot?
I think we wrote an episode, Mike, right?
We did work. I forget how far, if it was finished or almost finished, but yeah. And
Yeah,
then-
they came and met me at Stern, and they were going to put it on if Howard was the executive producer.
Right.
And he said no.
I meant to ask you, Shuli, what's Hard Stern like behind the scenes?
Is he
You know what?
quiet?
You know what? Listen, we'll save that for part 2. All right. Morse, what's your diet plan? My wife wants to know. You look great. Johnny Sack. Put out Levy's cigarette like Morton Downey Jr. Ryan A. $2. Hughezy, man, thanks for jumping on with
Yeah.
us today. That was it's always fun having you. But I know you're excited to talk to Evan as all of us were. So thank you for doing this, man. And where can people check you out? Hughezy does a great podcast himself.
Yeah, it's an enormously successful podcast, but I just gonna do an extra plug for the Conan Disco show because right now I have a clip here that's to be uploaded of Conan Disco talking about the Chris Candido Dark Side of the Ring. So that's going
It's a
up
great
there.
episode. Chris and Tammy episode this season.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first episode. It was
She was a hoe.
She was something else, that was.
So you can find that at Keaton 100 Official on YouTube. And my YouTube channel is, it's called Hughezy Entertainment, with much more to come once I stop having disco dances to go to. Yeah.
Hey, listen, give Disco our best and Conan, and tell Disco if he ever wants to fucking dance, get in here. All right, we'll fuck him up. All right,
that'd be fucking good stuff. Levy and Disco Inferno mixing it up on the air. Oh baby,
they would be great together. They would be great together. Yeah. Look, I started the show hating Hughezy, and now I hate him even more. So look at that.
You just got to give it time, man.
That's all. Eventually, you all will hate him as much as we do. All right,
come around.
Hughezy, brilliant, all of it. Slam free poetry. So that guy's clearly trolling you. Anyways, listen, we had a great time. Support our pals. Shalom Shuli, Twitter, Instagram. And hit the subscribe button. That's free. If you want to join the members show, hit that too. And keep supporting us, man. Thank you to the new Patreon members that signed up yesterday. A bunch of people signed up everywhere. So thank you, guys. And that's all I got. Mike, what do you want to plug?
If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find me at Twitter at Mike Moore Says, and on Instagram at InstaMikeMorse. And I'll be hitting the buffet at the Shuli Network. Bob?
4:00 today, MLC podcast on YouTube. It's free and it's live. And then MLC podcast on Patreon. Sign up for whatever you miss, 6 days a week. And I'll be going to get the air conditioner fixed now. And are we doing anything tonight? I forgot. Is that tomorrow?
Shirtless Joe? Are we doing anything?
So according to the calendar, we have Jim Stansel and KB for tonight.
Miserable Man.
Wasn't it Tuesday?
Hold on.
God damn it, Joe! Put your shirt.
No, I've got it written down for Monday.
Yeah,
Let me see
for Monday, Bob.
I think we did set it up for Monday.
Wait, hold on.
And then we were going to have Don Jameson on Wednesday. Who knows if that's going to happen now?
Yeah, I would say let's let Don know we'll circle back.
Your dick.
We could get a Don Jameson on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Monday at 7.
Discount Don, you mind rescheduling with us?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm free for September.
Okay, cool. We'll get back to you in September.
All right.
Discount Don, thank you. Listen, great time today. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tonight and tomorrow again. BS show. Tell all your friends about it. Don't mention Hughezy so they tune in. And then once they tune in, so that's all. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.
The Rock is secretly gay.
Gotta get out of bed.
Yep, go get on that. Thank you, Connor. Bye, Stacey. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you. Oh, really? That's great. Thank you.
Thanks, Dutch.
Thank you.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and then they got go. Gotta wake up, bitch. Get up.